are things that are illegal only because a person hasn't yet reached the age of 18, right? So running away from home, skipping school, being out past curfew, smoking cigarettes in some jurisdictions. Some jurisdictions also include alcohol consumption in there.
But status offenses are only part of what makes America's justice system the worst in the world.
The United States has the highest international rate of incarceration due to the fact that we are sending more people to jail and for longer. We have adopted sentencing minimums and cut back on parole release, therefore causing overcrowding. Many convictions are for drug offenses. There are more people behind bars for a drug offense than the number of people who were in prison or jail for any crime in 1980. In addition, there are large disparities within the justice system, such as between genders and race. People of color make up 37% of the U.S. population, but 67% of the prison population. The justice system as a whole is problematic, and the juvenile justice system is reflective of the adult justice system.
Now I deal more with youth, because I am in the school.
Yeah.
Now most students are 17. You can be 18 and graduate, but most of the kids I deal with are under 18. Because I deal with female, male, ethnic groups, different ethnic groups, and I.
So what's one way that you deal with children differently than you deal with adults? What's the biggest difference you'd say? Yeah.
A little more leniency. It's different. So each situation is unique. And that's how you have to approach it. You can't use that blanket approach. Because then everybody goes to jail. Juveniles take a different approach. Juveniles, you all too, because really I think to the age of 26, which to me is a little high, but under 18, 19, your brain isn't fully developed. You make not impulse decisions. Okay? It's just what it is. You haven't been around long enough to understand sometimes your actions aren't the best choice. Fortunately, I don't like arresting kids. And arresting, I mean charging. Okay? I don't like doing that. I mean, that's my last resort. If I have to charge you, I'll charge you. I'll do everything else I can beforehand.
While juveniles receive different treatments than adults in the justice system, there is still a huge problem to be dealt with. Status offenses, like previously stated, are offenses that only someone under the age of 18 can commit, such as running away from home or staying out past curfew.
Under the Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention Act, which is the main federal legislation on juvenile justice in our country, you're not allowed to incarcerate a young person for a status offense.
Right.
That's the DSO provision that you're talking about comes in. There's a huge exception to that, though, which applies in about half of all states, including Virginia. And essentially, if I've gone before the judge before, she told me, stop skipping school, I skip school again, she can then find me in contempt of a valid court order, and I can be incarcerated.
Right.
Half of all states do use that exception, Virginia being one of them. What is a status offense? Whether or not you can be incarcerated and jailed for a status offense. Maryland and D.C. do not incarcerate people for truancy and running away from home. Virginia still does. So that's sort of one of the prime examples of why reform is needed. We've been working on that for a long time, trying to get the reauthorization of the Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention Act and get it updated so that the valid court order exception will be phased out.
Right.
Unfortunately, Senator Tom Cotton from Arkansas has stood in the way of that and has gotten provisions related to the valid court order taken out of the final JJDPA bill.
Let's take a second to clarify. No one can be arrested for their first status offense, but if they commit another status offense, go before a judge, and are found in contempt of a valid court order, they can be incarcerated. Some people favor this heavy-handed approach, but organizations such as the Juvenile Justice Coalition are fighting to include a provision in the Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention Act, JJDPA for short, that makes it illegal to arrest juveniles and eliminates VCOs, or valid court orders.
Okay, let's see if we can't get this information out and get the conversation started. There are two sides to the justice system. Some are very lighthearted and try to divert kids from the justice system and keep them out of jail. The other side, however, has a heavy hand to crimes.
Recently in the state of Pennsylvania, 2 judges had a zero-tolerance policy, where they'd often take kids to prison for long periods of time for fights or skipping school. Even though many juvenile detention centers were very upset about this because it overpopulated their facilities, local police officers and schools thought this was a really good idea.
Now you decide. Do you think juveniles should be arrested for status offenses, or should a less heavy-handed approach be taken?
We hope this video was informative and that you can take a stance on the juvenile justice system.